Good evening, everyone. It's Monday, November 4th, 2024, 6 p.m. Time for our regular city council meeting. I'll ask Councilman Hardy to deliver our invocation.
Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for this beautiful day, and we thank you for the privilege of gathering here together with friends and citizens of our nice town. We ask that you come and be with us tonight and help us to make the kind of decision we need to move forward. Be with everybody in the country as they place their votes tonight. Steer our country forward in the direction it needs to go. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Stand for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mayor Tubbs.
Here.
Councilman Coleman. Here. Councilwoman Goss.
Here.
Councilwoman Jerome. Here. Councilman Hardy.
Here.
Councilman Paget.
Here.
Councilwoman Sykes. Here. And Administrator.
Here.
Mr. Zelinski is not.
And Mr. Zelinski was not feeling well tonight, so he was not here. First item we have tonight is approval of minutes. We have the regular meeting from July 1st, 2024. We've had a chance to look at those. Are there any additions or corrections that need to be made? Hearing none, is there a motion that needs to be approved?
So moved.
We have a motion by Ms. Goss. Is there a second?
A second.
Second by Mr. Gerald. Any discussion? All right, we'll call for the vote. Ms. Goss?
Yes.
Mr. Hardy?
Yes.
Ms. Coleman?
Yes.
Ms. Gerald?
Yes.
Mr. Paget?
Yes.
Ms. Sykes?
Yes.
And I vote yes. On August 5th, 2024, we had our public hearing. And that was on the comprehensive plan. We had minutes from the public hearing to approve. Any discussion on those? Is there a motion to approve the minutes on the public hearing held on August 5th?
So moved.
Motion by Mrs. Gerald, is there a second?
I say.
Second by Mrs. Sykes. We'll call for the vote, Ms. Goss. Ms. Goss was absent, I'm sorry, Ms. Goss was absent that meeting. Mr. Hardy?
Yes.
Ms. Gerald?
Yes.
Mr. Paget? Ms. Sykes?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Also that night, we had a regular city council meeting, that was on August 5th. We have those minutes before you tonight. Any corrections or additions or any discussion as to the minutes? Hearing none, is there a motion that the regular council meeting of August 5th on the minutes be approved?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Hardy, second by Mr. Paget. We'll call for the vote. Mr. Hardy,
Yes.
Ms. Gerald,
Yes.
Mr. Paget,
Yes.
Ms. Sykes,
Yes.
and I vote yes. Ms. Coleman and Ms. Goss were not present at that meeting. Moving into our communications tonight, the mayor's report, just a few items to bring to your attention tonight. During the month of October, Horry County League of Cities had their regular quarterly meeting. It was hosted by the town of Briarcliff Acres. That was on Wednesday, October 23rd. I attended along with council members Hardy, Ms. Gerald, and Ms. Sykes. Mr. Young was there and Attorney John Zelinski attended. We received updates from each city about projects they're working on, and we had a nice meal provided by the host city, which, as I said, was the town of Briarcliff Acres. The next quarterly meeting of the League of Cities will be in January. So council keep that in mind. You may have noticed the lawn across Walnut Street beside City Hall has been cleaned up. It's now got grass on it and picnic tables. We met our goal of having it done by bond off. We really crunched to get it done. I'd like to thank all the city staff members that worked to get it done. Special thanks to our building inspector, Wayne Fox. Mr. Fox really worked hard. Actually, without performing some of the labor himself, as he coordinated the efforts of the contractors who were involved in the project. And without his push, we would have never made that deadline to get everything by Bob. So Wayne, thank you so much
Yes, sir.
for what you did.
My pleasure.
Speaking of Bog Off, it was a
My
big
town, too.
success this year. Thank all of our city employees that worked to make it a success. Every department pitched in. We appreciate your hard work and your dedication. Don't forget the tribute to veterans presented by the Florida Women's Coalition is coming up this Saturday at Morris High School. It's always a very good program, a very nice event. Please attend if you can. I think I saw Ms. Nichols come in. She'll have more about it. She'll tell us more later on in the meeting about that. On Tuesday, October 22nd, we were visited by Senator Kent Williams and State Representative Kevin Hardy. They made the formal announcement and the big check presentation to City Council of $1 million from the state of South Carolina to assist in the demolition and cleanup of the old Morris High School site. Representatives from the State Department of Environmental Services, which is formerly DHEC, they were present. We are very, very grateful for the efforts of Representative Hardy and Senator Williams in securing this funding for the city of Morris and their continued efforts to support our community. We've got a good team of representatives up in Columbia, and they have pledged to us to help us in any way possible in the coming years. So we really, really appreciate that. Don't forget tomorrow, election day, be sure to vote. Polls open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. That's all I have. I'll turn it over to Samantha now for the Chamber of Commerce. I know you want to talk about Bog Off and probably Halloween too.
Yeah, so first of all, yes, Bog Off was a huge success, and I thank all of the city employees and everybody that helped us get it there. It was fantastic. There's a lot of people there. If you didn't go, you missed it. And if you didn't go, I don't even know what to say to you. I'm telling you, you need to go to Bog Off, so it was fantastic. And then we turned around and decided we were gonna do Halloween, so, and it was so crazy because I didn't really know how many people. I kind of had a figure of how many in my head, but Jerry Ford said he had 2,500 flyers. He gave out 2,000, missed some of the kids, so there was 2,000 flyers just to the kids, which I think about 3,500 people. It was packed down there. We had a good time. If y'all ain't done, y'all miss pirates and Beetlejuice and all kind of things that was down there. So it was a great time. So I appreciate everybody for that. And we are not going to do a downtown Tuesday tomorrow because of election, and we will start the next Tuesday. We'll pick that back up and go from there. And I was trying to think if there's anything else coming up, but we do have like a 4K from the Morris Elementary School. They're going to come on a field trip on Thursday, so we're excited about that. And speaking of Kent Williams, y'all also know I'm with the Morris Historical Society, so we have been working on that. We have a few things. We're going to finish the awning in the back, the front, and we got to do the ceiling. But this past week, Kent Williams actually came to the chamber with a big check, and he gave us $100,000 to replace the roof in the Morris Historical Society. So we appreciate him for that, and everyone that was involved in that check to be presented us from the state of South Carolina. So we are getting ready for Christmas, so we're excited about that. And I know Thanksgiving is in there. We don't want to forget about Thanksgiving. And a lot of people wonder, why are we putting Christmas up? But I mean, for all of the stuff that we have to do, I mean, you have to start early and put it up. But we are going to enjoy Thanksgiving, but we're excited about Christmas as well. So we have a lot of Downtown Tuesday to come, and Christmas parade is December the 6th. We'll have the breakfast with Grinch on December the 7th, and we're going to do the tree lighting back up December the 3rd. So we got December 3rd is the tree lighting, 6th is the parade, 7th is breakfast with Grinch, and then of course our Downtown Tuesdays, except for tomorrow and the week of Thanksgiving. So I appreciate it.
Thank you, Samantha. Appreciate what you do. It was fun on Halloween. We'll move on to the administrative report. Mr. Young.
Yeah, Mayor, Council, Watson Park update. We just got, we did finish the locks this week. We're about finished with the locks. That,
Don't be unfinished away with too.
we got the main room pretty much finished and cleaned up on that too. We got some stuff. We're operating off of Park Grant, which is good. It's safe to say South Carolina through the Parks and Recreation Department. We'll be hopefully giving you refrigerators, some other stuff to for that room there. So we're moving ahead. Hopefully we'll have everything together sometime in the next month. Hopefully by January 1st, we'll be ready to go. Listen up. Made some good strides, good things with that too. So hopefully we get everything together. Old North High School update. I've got Dawn Schoolcraft here. She's been helping us. She's been going out and done some sampling for us so far already, trying to get us up and running on the project over at Old North High School. So we're getting that project going. Mayor did make reference to the funds we did receive from the state, so I'm happy about that. I've already received the funds, which is nice. Always nice to get that part there too. But, we'll give a little bit more update. Dawn does her presentation too. October monthly finance report. I got it out here. We actually ran it off today, so Angel and I will try to go over that. Take you down. I'm not going to go through a whole lot of details on it. The only thing to say is that if you look at the revenue expenditures for general fund, we're pretty much at a quarter through October. So I mean, this for October, some minor adjustments made for October, but water and sewer in October seem to be on task for the meeting October 31st. So about a quarter. So far we're in pretty good shape. Fund balance wise, we're in good shape. And we're in good shape financially from the standpoint of revenue expenditures. One other thing I wanted to mention, which was not on the agenda, but definitely very important. I just want to make sure everybody saw this. I want to thank the Cloud Foundation, the Cloud Hospital Foundation for they have donated to Jerry back there, his fire chief. They gave us $1,300 for some equipment for the fire department. We should be receiving those funds hopefully this week or next week. So again, if y'all see pictures with the Cloud Health Foundation, thank you for the donation for $1,300 for improvements and buy some equipment. There's no match. There's no match. So we did the direct donation from the replacing equipment stuff. So that's all I have under the administrative report.
All right, thank you, Mr. Young. We'll move into department head reports, code enforcement and plan. Meredith, Wayne, we have your written report. Is there anything you'd like to add?
We will soon be setting meters at the new Meadow Walk subdivision. I'm guessing the next couple of weeks, 3 weeks, we'll be setting water meters. Put power on the pump station last Thursday or Friday, with some stipulations, because it wasn't quite where it needed to be, but we can go and get the power on. Also the subdivision across, what's the name of it? I forgot. The one across the street. They've kind of submitted some
Right
stuff
next
too.
to, we've got a couple new submissions, with you remember Marley Farms had requested the rezoning, and this has been months ago. They've actually updated, their conceptual plan. So that was the other subdivision that was gonna go next door to the Meadow Walk. So we've got updated plans for that to review and go through the whole process to get it. It'll be right next door to the Meadow Walk.
That's the same size.
Yeah.
That's the other one.
One other thing that, I think it actually is on the stats list, we recently had a vacancy on zoning appeals. So if anybody's interested in for zoning appeals, we do have one vacancy.
Is that it?
That's it.
Thank you all very much. Fire department, Chief Harvey.
Good evening. We want to thank the Cloud Hospital for their donation. Some of the items that will be purchasing with that's going to be medical bags, some mostly medical equipment that's related to the first responder calls that we go with. Also this week, C.W. Williams out of Rocky Mount is in the fire station doing inspections on all of the engines, the aerial, and the tanker, doing routine maintenance and also doing front testing. We continue to install smoke detectors, still receiving applications daily. And, mostly we try to do it on Tuesday afternoon before we start doing the training and stuff. And, a lot of other things going on, and just don't need to bring you up to date on it, to hand out a little more.
Now, as to the smoke detector program, tell everybody what they need to do if they need a smoke detector.
You can come to City Hall and get an application, and mainly we just need your name, address, telephone number, some way to contact you. You can go into the public safety building, and right there on the table, as you go into the fire department, there's paper there, and there's an actual mailbox right there. You will fill them out, just leave them in that mailbox, and we'll get back with you as soon as possible. Or just, I don't know if you can download it online or not, but you can.
It is on our website, yes.
All we need is the name, address, and the telephone number, we can contact with you and get. And the little smoke detectors the new ones are about the size of a golf ball. And they come with a 10-year lithium battery. You don't have to worry about trying to change the battery. You do need to periodically go by and mash them and make sure they're working properly, but you don't have to replace them.
And that is a free service provided by the
That
fire.
is totally free.
Smoke detectors, free installations.
Yes, everything's free on it, and as we go to your home and install the smoke detectors and stuff, you fill out a little simple form, and when we turn that back into American Red Cross, they send us smoke detectors back again to replenish what we put up. So we're just continuously putting up.
It's a good public service.
We got public service, and we keep doing some, we got some pub ed coming up where we go to the schools, or even the school children come to the fire station and stuff like that, especially this time of year. And everybody's calling and wanting to make sure we go to the Christmas parade, so we usually go to Lee's Tabor, Lord's, and always go to Long. Yeah.
Maybe you want from council have a question?
No,
That's all. Thank you so much. We move on to the police department, Chief Buell.
Yeah, pretty good. We're still busy. I do have a concern. As I came up here with the time change, I know that people are voting in our building. And it's pretty, I know it's something that we're gonna discuss at the public safety committee when we have it. But Clay, can we get someone up there tomorrow to come look at the outside lights? It's pretty dark out there. The line was long, they didn't know that. That's the reason I had it. We'll discuss it more, but being that there's people going in and out, the time change is pretty dark out there. It's dark.
You won't have to lie to them.
Because I think it goes on till 7. Pretty dark out there now, so. I didn't really notice it until the time changed today, you know, because it wasn't get dark until 7:30. It's time change now. Only on fall together.
And we have one of our new officers that successfully completed criminal justice academy.
We do, and we have one graduating next Friday. Thank goodness. I'm tired.
Thank you, Chief.
Questions?
no.
Public Works, let's see, Ron, anyone here from Public Works, Recreation, he's not here. We do have the written reports from them, they're just not present this time. Go to the business section of our agenda tonight. Item A is a discussion and second reading of ordinance 0924. There's an annexation ordinance. I'll ask Ms. Graham to read that by title.
Ordinance 0924, an ordinance to annex 0.21 acres into the corporate limits of the city of Morris as R2 residential medium density, located approximately 110 feet east of Cannon Road, and number 176-21-01-004.
And this is second reading. We got first reading at an earlier meeting there. Does you just remind us about the actual location of the property and the zoning designation of that?
It's, adjacent to the Watson Park, which is on R2, just off of Cannon Road. So it would be addressed as Cannon Road, but it is joined to the city limits by Watson Park.
So it meets the requirements for annexation. Is there a motion as to second reading of ordinance 0924?
I so move.
That it be approved.
Yes.
Motion by Mr. Paget that the ordinance be approved on second reading. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Hardy first. Any further discussion? Hearing none, we'll call for the vote. Ms. Goss?
Yes.
Mr. Hardy?
Yes.
Ms. Coleman?
Yes.
Ms. Gerald?
Yes.
Mr. Paget?
Yes.
Ms. Sykes?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Item B is discussion and approval of the annual holiday bonus for full-time city of Florida staff. This is a tradition that we've had for many, many years, approving holiday bonuses for our full-time staff. In previous years, we've approved, I believe it's $300. Is there a motion that we continue with that tradition here for the holiday bonuses?
So,
Motion by Ms. Gerald, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Coleman. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call for the vote. Ms. Goss?
Yes.
Mr. Hardy?
Yes.
Ms. Coleman?
Yes.
Ms. Gerald?
yes.
Mr. Paget? Ms. Sykes?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Item C deals with contractual services provided by Asbestos Inspections LLC. This concerns the Old Lawrence High School buildings. Mr. Young, explain this to us.
Yeah, what have Don School try to come up, Don's been helping us the last couple of weeks to start getting the sampling done, needed for DHEC and for all the construction, working with Wayne and I, so we're working a lot with Wayne on the project together. She's already collected some samples, but I asked her to provide me a contract so we can get to the next level, and that is, once we get the samples done, she will basically help us go from the samples and there'll be some big documents. Of course, the big documents have to be advertised for that part of it for the English part. But I'd like to introduce you to Dawn School, Craig, and let her do a little presentation.
So we have been involved with the property since about 2020. We did our original inspection there on the, I guess it's the main building, the 1930 building. And then we also did the daycare and cafeteria, but we did not do the gym and the shop building. And I found that other building we were talking about, the field house, I
Mayor's
guess,
been helping
maybe.
us too.
So this week, Thursday, we went back and finished up 3 buildings, so we had to go collect samples there. We should get lab results back starting tomorrow, and we should have the rest of them by the end of the week. So that way we can put the documents together to put it out for bid, because we need to know where the asbestos is, how much of it we have before we can move to the next step. So we also had to update the old reports because they're only good for 3 years. So while we were out there doing those, we did our visits for the other 2 buildings that we had already done. Obviously the front one is still pretty bad. But the daycare cafeteria is still in pretty decent shape. I think we can handle that in a normal manner, which will save some money. But basically the quote that I've given to Mr. Young is for the, doing the bid documents. Obviously, we'll have bid documents, bid meetings, and we're looking at different options on trying to maybe salvage some of the building materials if we can. So we're trying to check alternate methods on what we can do with the building.
And we're excited too, because we'll hopefully, they did a little, I don't know if they're marble or whatever it is, says Old Lawrence High School. So whatever we can salvage out of those parts, we can salvage those. We're talking, seeing what we need to do to refurbish those. Also have a little area kind of designated, some disability for the Lawrence High School site. And use those markers and stuff in there. So there's good marketing in this house.
There was a cool one on that field house.
Yeah.
There was a neat one. I can't remember, it was like class of 69
Okay.
on the field house that's in the woods.
So we're
Yeah.
we're excited
That's a
that,
long building.
that we're gonna be able to salvage
Fit in
most of that
real.
information. And most of those materials, will hopefully have them refurbished, and we can pick out a good, nice area that's gonna basically put those things in that area, have it redone, and have like a little area where people can come inside and see that and see the information. So we're happy that, I'm happy I got Donald on board, and we're hopefully moving forward, and hopefully get some moving forward, and taking some business down and site.
So you think there might be any interest in, especially people who have gone to the high school and maybe buying a brick And that money coming to the city for $5, $10, or?
So we're gonna have to explore our options with that one, and I'm assuming you're meeting for the front building, the really
Yes.
old one.
Yes.
So we also have to, in this whole process, we've got to set up a meeting with DHEC or DES. I only know
Whatever
this
they call
DHEC. I will probably not be able to change that, but anyways, what has happened with that building? So there was some asbestos found on some roof flashing back in 2020. Where our regulations have changed some since then, and I say changed, they were always there, but it's how they address them. So now we are not so much allowed to segregate our building areas. So we're gonna set up a meeting, try to get up with DES, DHEC, and see what our options are to see what we can save. But we may end up having to take that whole building as asbestos. Yes, it is a shame. But if they just recently, they will allow us to do a case by case basis. So if we can get them on site and I can put it together in our project design, and if they can approve it, if they will allow us to segregate some of it, maybe we can do something like that. But as it stands right now, that won't be the case just yet. So I will try to see what we can do, because that would be really cool. It's a darn shame to see that. And the seats inside the auditorium too, you know, I'm sure a lot of people would have liked to have some. Some of them are pretty bad right now though. It's gotten a lot worse since I was there, but we'll see what we can do about that. We're gonna try, because that's just, every little bit that we can keep from taking us as fast is gonna save us money, you know, in our budget. So we're gonna try to do everything we can for that building.
I also want to thank, I see y'all with DA too.
I'll never change
I don't know
that.
if they'll ever change
I-
it. He was here at the meeting, Senator Williams, President Hardy, and they should be completing their work. Hopefully, we're hoping they'd have 2 weeks ago, but the email they sent us said it'll probably be a couple of weeks or so. So we'll be able to use that documentation that they get basically the contract. They basically did the work themselves or had to tear time, so they should have that before the next couple of weeks. That'll provide some other insights to what we can do. So
Yes, that's good.
I do want to say that they've been very easy to work with, and we thank DHEC for all their, Mr. Hodges and Ms. Crowd. Columbia's been very easy to work with, and I'm glad that we engaged in them, we did early this year. The VCC application is going to be a big help for us in city boards, and as we move forward, having them on board on the front end, I'm sure it's going to make us a lot transition when we get steered down with all of us.
It may very well help us
That's
in
gonna
that situation.
It's going to help the situation too, Mr. Patchen addressed it, so I want to thank them for all their help too. He'll be with us all the way.
Fantastic.
We'll be getting a formal contract together for us to.
It's one right here. And basically, I can sign it. So, I just want to let her come and explain what it is.
And the pricing includes all the site visits, because I'm gonna have to make quite a few site visits to meet with everybody. The bid documents, we'll have to do a pre-bid walkthrough, I would. So we'll meet with the contractors on site, answer questions, do addendums so that we can make sure everybody's bidding apples to apples. We're getting what we're supposed to be getting.
Dawn, is the reason for the front building because of the collapse of it?
Yes, sir. Here's the problem, so you can't get in to get it out. Yeah, now, if we were to have done that back in 2020, they were gonna allow us to separate it. We had already talked to them, we had a verbal agreement, but we never went any further because it just stopped. But we were gonna take off the top upper course of bricks where the roof ties in, where the flashing would be. But now that it has fallen in so much more in the way that they changed the way they read the regulations, and gosh, y'all, that just happened like about 2 years ago when they started changing the regulations. And now it's an EPA problem, so it's not so much DHEC or DES, it's EPA. So, but they have reissued an addendum if they won't let us separate, there is still the opportunity that we can take the concrete slab as CUD.
Right.
I mean, I know that's not a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, you know, every little bit we can make is CUD waste. But, yeah,
Wayne Fox.
There's a big difference between the cost of taking C and D
yeah.
and asbestos. It's almost double. Probably actually more than double with the cost per tonnage.
Yeah.
So it's a lot more to take asbestos versus C and D.
And the other thing we have against us too is because it has fallen in, you can't really get in there to do a full survey. So that's the other reason why I think we're
I
gonna
would guess
really.
the front building, they're gonna say no.
Yeah,
Well,
no, the
I'm
back,
just preparing you.
no, it's the truth, it's
They're
the
gonna
truth.
say no.
The back building, the daycare, we can get in there and do the asbestos removal on that, even on the gym, which I don't think is gonna be bad. And then the shop building,
Not bad.
I know, no, because a lot of it's open.
Right.
So, the other buildings, they are in a decent amount of shape that we can get in and get what we need to get out so that we can take it as regular waste. But now that daycare building is getting bad.
Yeah.
So, you know, if that roof starts falling in a couple of years from now, you know, you're gonna be right back in that same situation, so.
This is not gonna let you go in an unsafe structure and you drown.
That's exactly right. So unfortunately, that front building, it's just, yeah, and so we're gonna see what we can do, try and, if we can't separate, maybe they'll let us take some of the front brick from the bottom off. You know, maybe we can try to save, and obviously we can get the markers off, I don't think that's a big deal. But the rest of the materials, especially on the inside, and there is a basement there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still very full, as dry as it is. Yeah, so, that's the other problem. Now, when we were doing 2020, the city did punt it out for us and we were able to go in with dip waiters. And it looks like the asbestos had been removed. But, I mean, it's still with the way that the building is, I don't see DHEC leading any other way. I really don't, but we're gonna try and see what we can do. You know, that's all we can do, as long as we keep them on our side and keep them involved. They'll help us navigate so that we can get through them.
Thank you. Sounds good. Thank you.
So the contract attached to the bid package is the actual finalized contract that you would like us to approve. Is that correct? And the total amount for the services is $6,000.
That's correct. And that's for helping with bids, meetings, whatever we need, preparing the bid package, answering questions.
Hearing that, we will need a motion to authorize Mr. Young, as city administrator, to enter into the contract with Asbestos Inspections LLC. Is there a motion to that effect? Motion by Ms. Gerald. Enter into the contract and allow Mr. Young to execute the contract on behalf of the city. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Coleman. Any further discussion? Hearing none, we'll call for the vote. Ms. Goss?
Yes.
Mr. Hardy?
Yes.
Ms. Coleman?
Yes.
Ms. Gerald?
Yes.
Mr. Page? Yes. Ms. Sykes?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Thank you so much. Item D on the agenda, discussion and approval of master agreement for professional services from Bolton and Meek LLC.
Yeah, Mayor, Council, I got, Chris Shockler, who, as y'all remember, was the Bolton. They're looking at the master plan study and all the, that part of there. They also work with, also the, comp plan. Trying to get all the comp plan. I asked him to provide me a master study, master agreements proposal. And David's contract too. John Selinsky's not here, but you know, basically went over it and, everything was in place. We did list three things here in the front, which was downtown streetscape improvements, underground utilities, which we seen Cooper, what we seen Cooper, that and the Forest High School master plan, which we did propose back from John. what this does is basically is a master plan agreement, master study agreement is that what they would do is on the downtown streetscape project, they would provide us a cost estimate of what they would charge. And if you look at the last 2 pages of it, it shows in here, so it'll be a lump sum agreement. So what this master study does is basically the proposal, any proposal we propose to them would come back to council for final. So all this does is just engage in, what it does is enable me to get, in case I need some documentation or need something put together, I can get a preliminary done. And then I would, and then if they say, okay, we want to move ahead with the streetscape project for underground wiring, they would come back to me and then back to council for final approval. So all it does is just enable me basically talk with them to get them to help us prepare certain documents to get back to council.
So sort of like you're retaining them to be on standby if we need their services.
Correct, that's exactly.
They will, whatever they do, will just up the contract, is that what I understand it?
That's
We'll
right.
vote on that contract at that time.
At that time, each individual contract or each individual task will have to be approved by council. And what it does is enable me to get with them, and that way I wouldn't have to go out with bids on things for each type of project. I basically sit down with them and say, okay, we're going to do a master plan study for underground utility study. How much would this cost? And then approve back to council.
And they work with us on the master plan and on some of the zoning.
And the comp plan too, they help us in the master plan study and the comp plan.
So they have research and documentation already in their files. for the
Already in their files, and they've already done a lot of preliminary work. They've already got some information on the ground utilities, got that through the master, the comp plan and some of the other stuff too. So we've got some other information they've already collected. We've already got some information on the Woods High School master plan and all that too. So they're way ahead of the game, that's why I recommend the contract. They've already done a lot of preliminary work already.
Hearing Mr. Young's presentation regarding the alternate meat contract, is there a motion that that be approved?
I like the motion to read. Okay, for the,
A motion to approve the agreement from Mr. Hardy, is there a second? Second from Ms. Sykes, any further discussion?
Just one typo on the first page, page 1 of 11.
Yeah.
The date September the 5th.
Yeah.
202,024.
I see that. I don't even know what year that is, but anyway.
Yeah, a little bit.
So that's nothing for the, and we probably do need correct dates when you.
We do, and I just want to make sure, I'm gonna have this, I'll have this contract sent back over, so they can get correct dates from today's date.
All right, we have a motion, second, any discussion, we'll call for the vote now, Ms. Goss? Yes. Mr. Hardy?
yes,
Ms. Cole? Yes. Ms. Garrett?
Yes.
Mr. Paget?
Yes.
Ms. Sykes?
Yes.
And I'm a yes. Item E, discussion and approval of expenses to install Christmas lights and the Christmas stars.
Yes, we, normally we spend around, 15,000 to replace, based on the depth of our staff. And we wanted to go out to the proposals to see if we could get it done for less than that price, which I think we can get done for less than that price. We hired outside contractors to do the price. Our crew will basically assist in the aspect of, they would install the lights on the tree out front and install the stars on the poles. So based on us, we wouldn't have to buy, we wouldn't have to lease a lift. It's about 6,000 a month. We use these for 2 months. That's about 12. And by the time we pay our guys, work some overtime, additional time to get those up. I think we probably less than the brand stock. Any other.
So it's an electric company, that has 2 or 3 lift trucks of their own, and they'll bring in either a 2-man group or 2 main groups to work on 2 different projects at the same time. Some of them do stars, some of them do the poles. So they'll get it done very fast and very efficiently, because they can do it at night after they finish their other jobs, so there won't be traffic.
And Mr. Young, from the discussion you and I had earlier a few days ago, this company you have checked with actually puts up Christmas decorations in some of the other towns in Orange County, is that right?
Yeah, different ones. I think they do different communities and stuff like that too.
Do you have a contract now from them, or?
I think we've got proposal backed, is that right?
We have a proposal per hour.
Or-
It's $50 per person per hour.
So that would be, I think we can do it for, basically, let him install the lights first and then put the stars up. I think we can do it for less than 15,000. And that pretty much what we got. That's what we got total.
I didn't realize until recently how much it was costing us to use our own crew to put up all the decorations. You got a lot more decorations now than ten.
Yeah, a lot of things that are, so that's good.
Turned out to be, so. Telephone poles, telephone. We don't have one of those. So we do at least one for about 2 months.
Is there a timetable as far as when they can start, and when they will have to complete?
They can start as soon as we can say. Which would be good because John and them are starting the stuff on the ground this week, so they can all kind of go up simultaneously. That would be good.
And we'd like to coordinate it with our staff to make sure it kind of comes in all at one time. Working with Samantha too, make sure we all come in by some time.
The lights over the street will go up on November 18th. That street shut down for that night. And then the tree goes up November 22nd.
Some of our guys that aren't familiar with what we do are certainly going to have to be there on
Oh,
site.
yeah, we will have some of our guys there on site.
And then we plans to be there with them, at least this one.
In Wayne too. There are some electrical things we need to address while they're there too. They're on the poles, some poles have some electrical, things we want to address, so they don't work. Wire and stuff we may want to replace while they're up there. Because they've been there for a number of years. I'm not sure they have a hazard or something.
I'm not sure if this is correct that I asked a question, but will they do it in one night? Will they be out there tonight? Because I have a downtown Tuesday, so I just.
We can make sure they're not after.
Right, make sure they're not up there.
Yeah. But I think they'll do it, I don't think it'll take them more than 2 or 3 days. So if they start this week, I don't think they'll be done for next week at the latest.
And if you use for hospitality, we recommend that we use it for hospitality, talking with Mark Oliver, we use for hospitality. The fund that's basically associated with Christmas, or associated with lighting, and bring people in, look at the lights, look at the lights up. Not just people in City Hall, people outside City Hall, people come in and look at the lights, look at the stuff we've got, look at Samantha stuff we've got.
So it's what you're asking us is to approve a total budget for this project, and then you as administrator would enter into the contract, because this 15,000 or less, you can enter into, correct?
I can do it, yeah, I can do it myself.
This would be your purchasing procurement policy, you can enter into the contract. So what would be the budget we would ask us to approve?
15.
I don't think it'll come in way under 15.
Yeah.
But I would say 15 that we normally spend. But I don't think it'll come in probably under 10.
If you're approving the budget, and you're entering into the contract, and your authority as administrator is going to have to be 15.
Correct, that'd be 15 less.
We would need to approve the budget, then a maximum of 15,000 or less.
Correct.
To come from hospitality funds.
Hospitality.
Authorized expenditure from hospitality.
Yes, that is
Because
correct.
these folks will also contact the thing too.
Okay. So.
Yeah, so it's both sides of it, yeah.
All right, council, hearing that, is there a motion that we approve the budget for the installation of the Christmas lights to come from hospitality, at an amount not to exceed $15,000?
I so moved.
Motion by Mr. Paget, is there a second? Second by Ms. Jarrett. Any further discussion? Hearing none, we'll call for the vote. Ms. Dawson?
Yes.
Mr. Hardy?
Yes.
Ms. Coleman?
Yes.
Ms. Gerald?
Yes.
Mr. Patrick? Ms. Sykes? And I vote yes. All right, those are all the business items we have tonight. At this time, we enter into the period for public and press comments. Mr. Gay had signed up and we could resolve the issue he wanted to speak to us about. And I'll be honest with you, the second name, I cannot read the last name.
It's Ariella Fitzgerald,
Okay,
and I declined.
okay, because you had
Yeah,
the same
yeah.
part of Mr. Gay's
Yeah.
concern he had. So we got that resolved. Those are the only folks that signed up tonight, so anybody from the press? Oh, no, I'm gonna confess, I almost forgot you, Ms. Nichols. Come on up.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Viva Nichols, I'm 4010 Church Street, and I'm here as the president of the Loris Women's Coalition. And as our great mayor has said, we are having our event on Saturday, starting at 10 o'clock at the Loris High School Auditorium, which is of course located at 301 Loris Lyons Road. And there is a special presentation by the Quilts of Valor Foundation that will be presenting a quilt to 5 members of our community, and their family members will be there to join them. And I just hope that you all will come out and support our veterans, because this is a special event to thank them, to thank our veterans for valiantly fighting and serving our country. As you all know, tomorrow's election day. Our veterans and our soldiers currently and our future soldiers allow us to have those freedoms. So please come out and support them. Also, it's a special day because it's our mayor's birthday. So if nothing else, come on out and kick off his birthday celebration with us. We're gonna have a lovely catered meal that we all have for our veterans and their guests. We're gonna have chicken and waffles and grits and bacon and stewed tomatoes. Yeah, I thought that would lure some people. Come out and enjoy that. But on a very serious note, this is a beautiful program. And it's an opportunity for us to come together as a community to support our veterans. So I ask you all to please come out. And we do have, this year we did something a little unique in it. There's a QR code on here, and you can actually scan the QR code and register. But my QR code monitor has told me today there's only 3 people that scan that QR code. I know there are more people than that are coming. If you have not scanned it, don't worry about it. Come on anyway. We are planning for you. But thank you all so much for supporting us with our veterans. And this is our 8th annual, and we hope to continue to do this each year. And Mayor, thank you very much for your continued support and encouragement.
Yes, ma'am, thank you.
Thank you.
And it is a very good program. I've not been to every one of them, but I've been to many of them.
Yes.
It is a very good program. Quilts of Valor ceremony that you're doing, I'm familiar with that. My uncle, he was in hospice care just before he passed away. He was given one of his quilts. He served in the Navy in World War II in Korea. And it was really a nice thing. He was aware, even though he was in his final days, he was aware of it. He gave him a lot to him. So that's a good thing that y'all are doing.
The Quilt of Valor program was set up and established to offer comfort to veterans that had been touched by war. And it's a very beautiful program if you haven't seen it. And they have given the Quilt of Valor all the way from senators, sitting senators have received them. So it's a very big honor. And is the very first program in the city of Loris. So we're happy to be able to bring that as well. If you all will excuse me, we have our final meeting tonight at 7, so I'm gonna tip out. So thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr.
Good night.
Good night.
All right, we do have a brief executive session tonight to discuss a couple of personnel matters and an update on contractual matter. So is there a motion that we go into executive session for those 2 purposes?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Hardy, second by Ms. Gerald. Any discussion? I'll call for the vote. Mr. Ross?
Yes.
Mr. Hardy?
Yes.
Ms. Coleman?
Yes.
Ms. Gerald?
Yes.
Mr. Paget? Yes. Ms. Sykes?
Yes.
And I'm a yes. We shall return very shortly.
What we doing, man?
I will drink, we'll go to a bar.
I'll go with you.
We have a motion by Mr. Patrick, come out of executive session, second by, we don't have a second. Call for the vote, come out of executive session, Mr. Ross.
Yes.
Mr. Hardy.
Yeah.
Ms. Coleman.
Yes.
Ms. Gerald.
Yeah.
Mr. Patrick. Yes. Ms. Sykes. And I vote yes.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
In executive session, we discussed a couple of personnel matters, contractual and contractual negotiation update. No action was taken, no votes were cast. We're back in open session now. Is there any motion,
That's right.
based upon the matters we discussed in executive session?
Mr. Mayor, I have a motion.
Yes, sir.
Because of the hard work and dedication and loyalty and appreciation that council has for the employees of the city of Loris, I'd like to make a motion that we authorize the city administrator to give a bonus to all the full-time employees up to $700 in addition to the Christmas bonus. And this is not to be a bonus that everybody looks forward to every year, unfortunately. But because we are in better financial shape than we have been in the past, and there haven't been any significant increase in salaries, and it will be for all full-time employees, and any part-time or employee that has had less than a year working with the city will be prorated, but up to $700 authorized. Mr. Young to do that.
That is for all full-time.
All full-time
And
employees.
if there's not been in the city a full year, the bonus would be broken. Is that what I understand?
Correct.
All right. Is there a second to Mr. Patrick?
the motion.
We have a motion by Mr. Patrick, a second by Ms. Dawson. Is there any discussion on the motion? Hearing no discussion, we'll call for the vote. Ms. Dawson? Mr. Hardy?
Yes.
Ms. Coleman?
Yes.
Ms. Gerald?
Yes.
Mr. Patrick?
Yes.
Ms. Sykes?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Motion passes. Anything else?
Motion we adjourn.
Second.
Motion to adjourn by Mr. Patrick, second by Ms. Coleman. Any discussion on that motion? We'll call for the vote. Ms. Goss?
Yes.
Mr. Hardy?
Yes.
Ms. Coleman?
Yes.
Ms. Gerald?
Yes.
Mr. Patrick?
Yes.
Ms. Sykes?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Meeting adjourned at 7:32 p.m.
Nice talking, nice talking to you. Nice meeting you. I like your website. Be careful on that. Oh, you too.
Yes.
No, I appreciate you. I just-